Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we're going to be playing Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds with the Spreading Hostility aspect, and we're going to be going up against France 6. Let's go! We get board E. Board E. Ooh. I like this board. It's a very strong board. It's really easy to pocket because if you just control the 4 and the 7, then the 6 and the 8 are just removed from the game. And France is quite susceptible to being pocketed. Wilds are very strong against it. All tokens are pretty strong against France. So let's see if we can snowball this game. The whole idea with the spreading hostility aspect is you should just have a better early game. Dirtle around a little bit less at the start of the game. So maybe we can make it happen here. We're going to start off with a Mountains Explore. Okay. So because of the town in the 8, it doesn't make sense for us to just immediately kill the town on the 7. We don't really get anything for it. But... And... I might just Sacrosanct Wilderness the town out of the 5. So I don't think we really have to do anything this turn. So I think we're just going to go for kind of like the same opening we would do on normal Keeper. We just create the Sacred Site and the Boon of Growing Power and gaining a card. Sap is quite strong for us since we can move Dahan pretty much anywhere we want all of the time. All we have to do is get ourselves an air, which we don't start with. But early game, France is really good at hitting for 5. And this defends for 5. So it's definitely going to be the pick here. Okay, fast phase, we got nothing to do. We're just kind of dirtling. Ignoring the frontier calls, that's significant. An extra France 1 on top of the existing is very deadly. Build, exploring the jungles. Now we're going to kill that town. We are going to, and then we don't have to do anything. The sap is just set up, ready to go. So let's kick that guy out here. And let's gain a miner. Ooh, Quicken. It's really easy for us to get sacred sites anywhere. One major advantage of spreading hostility relative to Basekeeper is access to blighted lands. It's quite hard for Basekeeper to get into a blighted land because, well, this growth option requires a wilds, okay, and this requires no blight. And the old growth 4 requires us to just straight up have no blight in the land to add a presence. So it's hard to get into blighted lands, but we can just use our new G4 and just slide over, which makes things like Quicken very, very playable. The question is, though, is if we want to play it. Because I'm considering taking this Gift of Power. A big downside to this version of Keeper is without being able to double grow, it's just, you want to use a new thing, but then you can't gain cards if you want to be adding presence. And since we get less energy gain per turn, you really want to be spamming the presence ad. But being able to use Gift of Power just to fill up our hand with more stuff is quite important. So I think I'm actually going to take the Gift of Power here because we already have the sap. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain an energy there. Then we're going to use Spreading Hostility. So I gain a fire. I'm going to choose to do a damage first. Then shift my presence twice. And I believe when we go here, that's going to kick this Dahan out. And then we can go here. This way I'm already set up for my sap for next turn. Get 2 Dahan set up over here for a Future Slaves Rebellion. Here or here, depending on whatever comes up next. And I'm chilling this turn. So I can play like a Gift of Power, Sacrosanct Wilderness. Okay, starting energy. Because we have such low energy gain, and we gain it through the triggers, I want to make sure that I get my energy right. So we started with 2. We gained 1 and 1, so then we paid 2, so yeah, we're good. Sacrosanct, kill you. Ooh, we get the 2 damage. I didn't even consider that. Was there a better place for me to go instead of immediately coming into this land? No, because this kills Dahan, and I don't want to kill these Dahan, so... Well, we're going to explore. Yeah, I think it's just wasted. That's unfortunate. 1 fear, per spirit that leaves 1 sacred site. Rip. But we also don't get extra explore, so it's probably fine. Beast damage. Mountainer Sands gets a free Dahan. Ravage. Build. Exploring the wetlands. I guess we'll just France 6 into there and kill that. Okay, Gift of Power, gaining a minor. And Purifying Flame is pretty much the best card for Keeper. It can, since we start with Blight Removal in the jungles and wetlands, this gets the other 2 terrains. It also has every single element that we care about, even the little air here and the little air that we need for this guy. So Purifying Flame is a very heavy front runner, but we've actually got a lot of great hits here. So Dry Wood is normally just 1 damage, but since we create Badlands, it kills a town and produces 2 fear. Like, it's super good for us. We use this better than most spirits do. Although it's worth noting it cannot be used in the wetlands, and that is the next active land. Teeming Rivers is a little bit weaker. It's, got the Sun plant that we like, and Rain of Blood's probably the least important. I think I'm going to go with the Purifying Flame. Okay, we can... Oh, you know what we can do? We can use our Spreading Wilds to kick this Explorer out here. And then we do 2 damage at range 0. There we go. We made use of it. So on this next turn, I think I might want to reclaim the Sacrosanct Wilderness. Pop this town. That would be really nice. And then we could make a Sacred Site here to push the 2 Dahan over. So we can sap, reclaim, and play the Sacrosanct. And then we would have to reclaim again the next turn after that to sap the 4. Is that good? It's a little hokey, but I don't hate it. I mean, we could also just Spreading Hostility and just kill it right now. I think that's better. Just kill this stuff now. This will grow, and then we can reclaim and sap it. Yeah. All right, so let's go here. Gaining an energy, adding a presence here. And then we're going to here. Move the Sacred Site over, deal 1 damage, plus the Badlands to clear the 4. And what to play, what to play, what to play. Kind of don't really have anything to do. We're just going to play this Regrow. Blight Removal is not the most important thing against France. Since we do have 2 Blight Removals, it's actually like a thing to work on. So yeah, we'll just pick that up, because these other cards aren't going to gain any forward progress. Event. Visions Out of Time. This is one of the new ones. So we can force a Ravage to happen in a land with the most invaders, which is going to be the 3. And we get 2 free fear. Or we have bad things happen. So yeah, let's just add an Omens token to the 3, since it's going to, solve itself. 1 damage per beast. And we get some more free defense in the 3. Okay. Ravage. Build. And explore the coast. Oh no. We're probably just going to Lordy, lordy, lordy. We're going to have to figure something out. Well, that was unfortunate. Let's add a wild to a land with no explorers. We don't get any explorer push this turn. Okay. So I think this is the best land of Slaves Rebellion, but this is an option as well. We could just Slaves Rebellion here, would add a Dahan, one Dahan would die, and then would clear the city, and then we'd have our pocket built. And for that reason, I should have added the wilds there. Gain control of this line. I was thinking here on the 6th because we're already strong in lands of presence, but yeah, this will just solve itself. And that will allow us to focus all of our efforts on the coast to win this game. Because I think I want to do a G4 here. So if we did gain an energy, add a presence here. Gain the energy off of that because we're only going to play 2 cards. Go here, go here. Spreading Hostility, G4. Oh, this is going to kick them because I think my Towering Wrath is going to go this direction. We'll do 1 damage plus 2 and then move to presence. Or let's go here and here, which then we can, I guess, yeah, we'll go this way with it. We'll kick it right back. So that way the Omen's Ravage will clear. Okay, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Fast phase, we got nothing. Slaves Rebellion, kill the town, add a Dahan. And then this event gives us the increasing aggression, which is not at all wanted. Now this whole plan got popped. Rip me. Jungler Wetlands with the most buildings. That's some compensation. Explore Land. Beast Disease or 2 Dahan. Ravage. Woof. Okay, built, and then after the Ravage step, we'll take 2 Fear, Ravage in the land. When ravaging, oh my gosh, that adds a blight here as well. Holy cow. That was the worst +1 damage ever. Because that's going to kill a presence, kill you, kill you. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Never a day off. Build. Here we'll add this. That's a city. Town builds, and then add 2 more Dahan. Or 2 more towns, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm frazzled. Exploring the mountains. Let's see what we can do. We just get 2 damage at range 0. We get to push an explorer. And then Towering Wrath is just going to be 2 damage. Yeesh. Reclaim. Gain an energy. Looking at this to defend here. And then gain an energy, add a presence. Kick you out here. Removing that blight after it's created. That'll be the 3rd blight. It'll fill up the card. That is so sad. Oh man, that increasing aggression was brutal. With these 2 here, we're set up well for a Towering Wrath. So I think that's what we're going to want to do. Defend for 5. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Farmers, we skip it. Stage 2. It will add blight, so there is no downside there. Beast damage. We lost our beast. And then add a Dahan to a land with 2 or more Dahan. Okay, it's going into the 1. Push or gather a Dahan. Obviously, we want to bring these guys closer together. I'm not sure which directions. Probably this direction's better. Work our way back here, because it'll be a 4 damage Ravage next time it pops. So we could just defend that. See if we can get it the second time around. And yeah, we're going to be adding a Blight, so we don't even need to worry about that. Ravage. Build, adding a city, creates an adjacent town. And then that'll upgrade. Exploring the sands. So I wanted to preserve the value of this wilds. If I added a town to the 3, we would have had to escalate into the 7. I'll put the explorer there. Then I would have had to add a town here, which like negates the whole value of the wild. At least with this setup, we can still use the wild for its full value, because there was no opportunity to do anything better in the sands. Okay, Purifying Flame, remove that, get all of my blight back. Towering Wrath, I don't want to kill off all those guys, and we have no sacred sites here. So we will... Only 3, we don't get to push all those guys. That. We will use our 2 damage at range 0 to kill you. We get 4 damage here. So let's... I'm going to prioritize killing towns because of our low town count. And then that gets 2 more fear. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2 towns plus an escalation, so we're safe. At our current town count, we're looking at either the jungles or the wetlands, which we have wilds on almost everything, and then this land is obviously a strong land. So for this next turn, I just want to set up some damage in the 6. I could G4 into that land, could grow here, move the sacred site over, kill the town, and then just play some cards to get some range 0 damage. Either way, whether we kill the explorers or the town, we're looking at 5 HP in the land, so we're going to kill the town so we get extra fear. Also, then we only have to do 4 damage in the land instead of 5 damage in the land to stop a blight. Assuming no increasing aggression again. So we're going to gain an energy to add a presence. Then we're going to G4, going here, and a damage. And we can play the full grip. Yeah, this gives me tons of damage, so it's going to be... Oh, we're missing the second fire. Ha! So we're only going to get 3 damage out of it. Interesting. That'll leave an explorer in the land. We could Sacrosanct Wilderness it next turn. So it's this turn for Sacrosanct. I could add a wild here and pair those guys up. We're looking at either a jungles or a wetlands. Yeah, let's pair these guys up. And then we have nothing else. Vent. Ooh, right before the cultural ace and pairing it all up. We are way too good at this game. So it has no effect. And then Beast deals 2 damage. We have no Beast still. We'll rest in peace. And the Dahana buildings does not happen either. Terror level 2. Strife in a land with Dahan. Okay. That's very nice. Thank you. And skip all build actions that would add a city. Oh man, this is a game of skill right here. Defense 6 is not pertinent though. So we're going to blight, skip the build here, get all that goodness, and explore the wetlands, wilds. We do have to escalate, and we do have to France 6. Okay. Start by gaining a card. I guess I already selected this one. I should have gained a major off of that one. Maybe I should have gained a major. I'm fine with minors. Renewing Rain is cute, but not important at all. Drift Down gives me another solution to this land. So I could go for a double defend instead of being forced to do something else. It's probably the best option. We get another minor. Ooh, we can just lure this card out, this town out, and then we're kicking it. Love it. Actually, so we're going to get rid of that blight. That way, it just insulates us a little bit from weird things happening. Last, we're going to take 2 damage. We get 3 here, so let's do that. And then we get to push and add a wild. So let's push you, add a wild here. This isn't going to build, and it's strifed, and so we are fully solved. Very nice. Now we do get a reclaim 1, so Drift Down and Lure of the Unknown solve the 1 and the 4. We could even just hit that with a... I mean, we could reclaim 1 into the sap, or we could hit it with a G4. And that would allow us to reclaim and play something else. So if we were to do that, we could reclaim and play... golly, I don't even know. Maybe this Purifying Flame just for that? That's kind of weak. I think I would move a Sacred Site into the 2 with my movement portion of that growth option. And so therefore, yeah, just anything to get this. So if we get a sun and a plant, like Purifying Flame, hey. What do we have right now? We have 1 remove blight. That's fine, not insane, but it's solidly fine. The big advantage to removing the blight is we can start stacking wilds there, so we could also throw our Sacrosanct Wilderness in as another variation on damage. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to gain an energy and grow, and then we're going to hit him with the G4. G4 doing a damage and shift. Lure the Unknown. And now we're going to stage 3, so we don't need to worry about escalations anymore. Here for a defend 4. Event. Oh, golly, Second Slaves Rebellion. I completely forgot about this. Wait a second. That shouldn't be for another turn. Because the stage 3 should be in the build slot. What happened? We got farmers. That's what happened. Okay. Event. After this, Slaves Rebellion goes back on top. Add a wild to a land without invaders and then build a land with the most. So add a town here, and we get to add a wild to a land with no invaders. That's a big deal. We can go into blighted lands, but there's no qualifying empty land. Okay, Beast Kill, Dahan Ravage modifier, okay. Slaves Rebellion next turn. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was so focused on this game here. But yeah, we're just going to move a Sacred Site over. We're going to G4 and bring all these Dahan in, and we're going to have a great time. Ravage. Build. Explore the Sands Wetlands. Okay. Purifying Flame. Punish those who trespass is going to be 4 damage plus 1 for this. And then we get to push you, adding a Wilds. Yeah, we're not even close to Terror level 3 yet, but we might be able to pull off the win. Reclaim, gain energy, and then we will G4, going here, moving the Sacred Site, doing 2 damage, pushing the pile. So Slaves Rebellion will kill a town and then strife 2 things. So we can full clear the E with just 2 Dahan. Okay, and that's our 2 growth options. So now, in fact, let's push them out this way, because we're just going to sacrosanct this town here. And that will kill all of the buildings during the invader phase. During Slaves Rebellion, that will... Sorry. Nope, this is dependent... No, this is Slaves Rebellion. Okay, yeah, so everything just wins in Slaves Rebellion. There's nothing else that can possibly happen before then, so we don't actually have to play anything else. We'll just do this right here. At worst, it's a Terror level 2 victory. Slaves Rebellion. We get to kill a town, strife these guys, Dahan, deal damage, and that's a Terror level 2 victory against France 6 with the new Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, spreading hostility. It's a very odd spirit. I really don't like gaining so much less energy in addition to losing the double growth. However, leaning into this is really nice. I think, honestly, the MVP is this Gift of Power here. Just being able to create that large volume of cards allowed us to draft into solutions. I think that is all too important. Using this more, using this less, I think was the key to the game. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Have yourselves a glorious day.